Hey hoes.
Happy New Year. We wanted to start the first episode of this new year off season 2 of the Daydream Arcade.
Fuck yeah.
And we just wanted to do a little best of episode, looking back on some of the best moments over the last 7 episodes. And just kind of, I think this would also be a good way for anybody who hasn't listened to the podcast yet to kind of just get a little feel of what this podcast is like and just the craziness that happens.
Catch the vibes of the podcast.
And this episode is just going to show off some of our favorite moments on the show so far. So next week, there will be a new episode up. So hope you guys enjoy this one.
Enjoy the memes, because we did.
So, Brianna, what was your favorite moment last year?
Man, I have like 2 favorite moments. Maybe even 3, to be honest.
Oh, geez. Okay.
But I'll say them quick. So I laughed really hard at the special nipple bit that we did.
I think that one's in here, actually.
Yeah. So that one. And then when we talked about Nunu, the fucking Nunu.
That one's in here as well.
Oh my god, I cried.
The picture. Wait,
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Nunu picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
the
bit's in
Winky.
here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually think that's it.
Okay.
Cool. How about yours?
For me, one that stands out in particular that still makes me laugh to this day is the Snart Girl bit.
Dude. Oh my god. And don't forget, fucking, I gotta align my chakras.
I gotta align my chakras. I think the very first story in here is I need to align my chakras story. It's one of the first ones. So
oh man.
A lot of fun moments that we had this year, and I'm looking forward to making more in 2021.
Yeah. Be making a whole bunch more.
Absolutely. I think by the end of the year, if we do, I can't do all the math right now.
Yeah.
But we will probably come up on at least 50 episodes by the end of the year.
That'd be fucking awesome.
I think. We'll see. It all depends on how the year goes and everything. And we obviously don't want to throw out any bad energy at the beginning of this year after such a horrible year prior to this.
Like, I want to say we can't get any worse, but I don't want to fucking jinx it.
No, because typically after somebody says, "Oh, it can't get any worse," it typically does.
It gets so much worse.
And it's not like all of our problems from last year are just gonna magically fade away now that it's a new year. But you know,
COVID?
it's just
it didn't come.
It's just the feeling of it's just the feeling of starting fresh. I think especially after last year, we all need a reset, or at least a mental reset. Time is just a government construct.
Time does not exist.
Time does not exist. Time isn't real.
I only answer to the sun and the moon.
You talk to the sun and the moon?
I do.
What do you say?
They're my friends.
They're my only friends.
They're my friends.
I never see them together, though.
Which is kind of sus.
But yeah, guys, we hope that you had a lot of fun so far listening to the Daydream Arcade. We've had a lot of fun making them, and we're excited to see what this year brings.
Fuck yeah. We got so much more planned. So we're gonna be doing some fun things.
So strap yourselves in, buckle the fuck up, and get ready for some of the best moments of 2020.
So I was like 15, 16 there, and then that was when I started smoking the marijuana. So I started smoking with my friends because they had already, like, they smoked, like, they knew what was up.
Right.
And I was like, okay, like, it was little me being a newbie. Before I was like, oh, I'm never gonna smoke that devil's lettuce.
I was the same way because I grew up.
I was always super against it.
I grew up in a really strict Catholic family, and went to church every Sunday. Loved my Jesus. Went to a couple Jesus camps. Went on plenty of retreats. And why am I talking like that? Anyway, I also was like, I'm never going to smoke weed. And there were several times when I've hung out with friends like throughout high school and I was offered weed and I was like, no thanks. I was never the type of person that was just like, that stuff's bad for you. I was always just like, nah, I'm good. Thanks.
Honestly, I was that bitch.
Really?
That was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're smoking that right now. Like, I stopped being a friend with someone because they were smoking.
Oh.
And then later on in life, I was like, hey. So.
That's hilarious.
It was fucked up. And my best friend now, she tends to bring it up a lot because I would give her shit when she would smoke. Yes. Okay. Because she smoked before I did. So she was like super with it, super hip, super into it. And I was always like, you know that stuff's bad for you.
It kills all your brain cells.
And she brings it up a lot. She was like, hey, remember when you like shat on me because I smoked?
Oh my God.
It's like we're in the middle of a smoking session and I'm like,
innocence. Childhood innocence.
Innocence, man. I remember, fun fact, if you want to know when I got caught by my parents, my dumbass ordered a bong online. And
did it not ship discreetly?
It did. Oh. It did, but I wasn't home. So I was at, I think, a hotel because it was my friend's birthday and we were all celebrating there. And I had ordered a bong. It arrived to my house. It was like 7, 8 p.m. And we were all high as fuck. Just
as you do.
Absolutely vibing. Yeah. Just celebrating her birthday. And I get a call from my mom.
No.
And I'm like, oh, like, I wonder what she needs. So I answer. And she was like, hey, so I need to ask you something. And I was like, okay. She's like, what is this that we just got in the mail? And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean? What did you get? And she's like, I know you did not just order a bong and send it to our house. And I was like,
you feel your heart drop? Feel like your life was over?
Oh. And then, so me trying to be just quick on my feet, I'm like, oh, that was a birthday present. It's not mine. And she was like, a birthday present. Ugh. And I was like, yeah.
That's the worst when you try and like play something off to your parents and their only response is,
Yeah, like she could see through that shit. But I think at one point they believed me and they were like, so they were trying to get me to go home like right that minute. And I was like, no, like it's her birthday. We're celebrating. Like I can't just leave, blah, blah, blah. And then my dad was like, you better get home right in the morning. And then they hung up.
Oh, man.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to die when I get home.
Oh, my God. It's so weird because those of you who partake in the greenery, if you've ever been caught, I'm sure right now you're listening along to this just as I am listening to Brianna talk about it. And you're kind of put in that situation yourself and you can kind of remember the time when you got caught. Because I remember the time I got caught. I think I was like 20 years old. I was getting into finding ways to smoke around like my house and whatnot. Because at first I would have to drive out in different places. But then that ended up getting sketchy because, you know, when you first start smoking, you get that that first taste of that sweet, sweet paranoia.
Oh, I love
everywhere you go. And I was kind of getting tired of that. So my dumb ass decided the best way to do it would be smoke in my parents' house. And so I started getting things like I started using, do you know what a sploof is?
Yes.
Okay, I started using a sploof. Didn't really feel comfortable doing that because I had a bowl, so it's like I would like light up, but like the smoke would still be coming out of the bowl, so you could still smell it. So I'm just like, that's not really gonna work. And then I got this thing called a Hello Neighbor. I don't know if anybody knows what those are, if anyone's ever used it. It looks like a thing of chapstick, but it comes on a little necklace, and you pop it open, and then you blow into the end of it, the smoke, and it comes out and it smells like flowers or cherries or whatever.
So it's
kind
of like a smoke buddy.
Yeah. Nice. I've never used a smoke buddy, but I've heard they work pretty well.
Yeah.
And then I started using incense, which is when my parents started coming into my room being like, what is that smell? And I'm like, oh, it's just incense. Like, what are you using incense for? I'm like, I meditate.
I'm just super spiritual, Mom.
Yeah, get out of my room. You're throwing your what is it?
I need to align my chakras.
I need to align my chakras. Yeah. I'm charging my crystals. Get out of here.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I think they saw through my shit. I was definitely not meditating. But I remember one time I took the day off of work and I ended up going to the mall. I smoked a little bit beforehand because no one was home.
Yeah.
And I got home and I think my sister smelled it. She was like, I smelled like a skunk. Like when I got home, it's like all the windows were open. This was like in the middle of the summer, so she's like, I think it like may have blown into the house. And I was just like, oh yeah, probably, most likely.
Oh yeah.
And then so I went back up into my room, and my mom wasn't coming home for at least a couple hours, so I was like, I could take a couple puffs out of my bowl. I'll just blow it out the window, turn my fan on. And I was cleaning out my bowl after I smoked a bit, and my door... So I didn't have a door that like a knob and it turns. I had a sliding door. My door slides open, and my younger sister is standing there in the doorway, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm standing there, bowl in hand, like out the window, kind of just like in like a comedic fashion, just like it's something you'd see out of a movie. Just slowly, like have the evidence in my hand, slowly turn, look at her. Realize what I've done, and I'm just like, you know, when you fuck up so bad and someone asks you what you're doing and they kind of just have you at checkmate and you can't say anything.
No, you're just standing there like, there's absolutely not one thing that I can say to get out of this situation.
That was basically me at that point. So what she ended up doing, I'm pretty sure I went something like just like a mental overload of like, what the fuck do I do? I'm dead. This is the day that Satan comes for my soul.
Oh my God.
And so my sister, my older brother and my youngest sister are home at that point. And they all go downstairs and they wait for my mom to come home so they can tell her that I was smoking in my room.
That's fucked up.
It's really fucked up. But
damn, there's no sibling loyalty.
None whatsoever. You know, I said I was gonna say Brianna's as well, but now that you say Darryl, if you say it in that voice, I kind of have to say Brianna's because like you gotta get that in there.
Darryl kind of sounds like someone from Game of Thrones.
Darryl.
You could totally be a character on there.
King Darryl of Vanguard.
Yes, I've never seen Game of Thrones.
I haven't either.
Okay, fantastic.
I've seen up to the first, like the end of the first season, or like the episode before the end of the season.
I think I saw like the first like 10 minutes of the first episode, and I was like, no.
I know that it ended terribly, and I remember seeing a meme on Facebook. It was like fans of the show, and it showed like Tobey Maguire sobbing from Spider-Man, and then underneath it was a photo of Daenerys. She's like has like this smile, and she's kind of tilting her head, and the caption underneath it says, "I'm sorry, your dragon show sucked." Back to, we were going on such a fucking segue there.
Yeah.
We got on one segue, saw a better one, and then we just hopped on it.
We did. We were like, nice.
Or like you and I are just on the same segue, just going down the street, and then somebody with a better segue comes up, and then we look at each other, give each other that simultaneous nod. You jump over, you hop on his neck with his... Oh, I was imagining that you kind of crawl up onto my shoulders because you're kind of short, and
I know I am.
you climb up onto my shoulders and then you jump over to him and you give him a fucking Hurricane Rana off of his Segway. And then we both hop on his Segway. And oh, wait, no, better yet, you take his Segway. So we both have Segways.
Dude, it's like
you
GTA.
get the better Segway because ladies first.
Aw, what a guy.
But anyway, hot topic. Back to the hot
topics.
topic. Yes.
I love that store.
I haven't been to a hot topic. We need to stop. We need to stop.
No, sorry.
I am putting the kibosh on this right now. We need to stop. We need to stop going on Segways. We already both have our own. We gotta stop. They're gonna accumulate. Someone's gonna call the police. All right, so Brianna, I actually have a confession.
What is it?
So I know we've been talking about Christmas music, but
Yeah.
I know that we've agreed. We haven't said it publicly, but behind the scenes, you and I said, this is going to be a very genuine podcast. Nothing's off the table. We should be true to ourselves and also be true to our audience. And
I agree. Transparency.
Exactly. Be transparent with our audience.
It's okay. You can say it.
There are times throughout the year where I will listen to Christmas music and I will blast it in my car, in my apartment, in my ears at work, and I will thoroughly enjoy it and scream on the top of my lungs and sing along with every song.
Oh my fucking God. I'm so glad you said that.
Do you do it too?
I do.
Oh my
but
God.
I just didn't want to say it.
I didn't want to say it either because
I didn't want to say it.
So many people judge when you listen to Christmas music. Imagine listening to All I Want for Christmas Is You in the park in the middle of the summer.
That's my actual heaven.
People look at you. But you know what? I'm tired of caring. I'm so glad.
Let's end this goddamn stigma of Christmas music.
It can be played all year round. If you fucking enjoy it, don't let other people ruin the fun for you, okay?
Exactly.
Join us.
The Christmas Music Alliance.
The Christmas Music Cult. The year is 2020. Time to rise up, yearly Christmas music listeners. We need to show everybody that we are not afraid. We need to make a stand and tell people that they cannot tell us what we can't listen to. We can listen to whatever we want.
Santa is our president.
We need to go find Santa. We need to we need to strap ourselves into the Daydream arcade rocket. Yes, that's right, guys. We have a rocket in the basement. We haven't said it yet, but it is in the basement of the Daydream arcade, and we are not afraid to launch it to the North Pole to go find Santa and his workers, and
You're goddamn right.
we will make Christmas music happen.
You're gonna say Christmas music great again. What's got you high?
What's got you high?
Today is a Saturday. It is a beautiful day outside.
Really?
And no.
Oh.
I have a little flatulence story. So when I was in 5th grade, we were all sitting. We were just like doing our shit, doing our work. Everyone was talking. It was like loud. And I was sitting next to one of my friends and a boy that I liked. And I was like, oh boy. So we're all sitting there. We're just talking. And I had to sneeze. So I sneeze.
Oh no.
Have you ever sneeze farted?
Yep.
Okay. So I snarted.
As soon as you said I sneezed, I knew what was coming next.
So I sneezed, and this fucking thunderous fucking fart just erupts out of my ass.
Like the ones with like the extra bass.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So, and because I was sneezing, it put so much force into it.
Yeah.
So
You're lucky if like nothing else comes out of your asshole.
So that happens, and the class gets silent. Everyone just stops talking, and I'm sitting there like, okay, so I just need to collect myself. So then everyone just starts laughing, and I'm like, oh fuck me, like I like look over at my friend, and she's laughing hysterically. The dude that I liked, he was just kind of like, wow. And I was like, wow. So I I just immediately put my head down and start crying.
Oh.
And my teacher comes over and she's like, hey, it's okay. And she's trying not to laugh. She's like, it's fine.
I see her like coming over and she's like, hey, it's okay.
Yeah, no, literally while she was sitting at her desk, I saw her cover her mouth. And I was like, no.
Oh my God.
But yeah, she comes over. She's like, it happens. Like, don't worry. It's fine. And yeah, that happened.
Jesus Christ, that's amazing. Because when you're that young, you know, if something that embarrassing happens to you, you know, as you're older, you can just play it off like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, like...
But when you're like 10, that's like the worst moment of your life.
Your body at that point doesn't know anything else but just to shut down completely and just cry.
Dude, that should be a superpower. Just sneeze farts.
Sneeze farts? Imagine... Like you come in, save the day, and everyone's coming up to you asking for selfies, and then it's your time to fly away, and they're like, "Will we ever see you again?" What would your superhero name be? Snart Girl?
Yeah, no, Snart Girl, definitely.
Snart Girl, and they're like, "Will we ever see you again, Snart Girl?" Don't worry, children, and you'll say it in this exact voice. Don't worry, children, I'm always around. And you just go flying up into the air with just like clouds coming out of your ass. And you just like shoot like the speed of light over this fucking skyscrapers.
Oh my God, please.
And it just leaves behind this cloud of just fart dust and it gets everybody high.
Everyone's like, oh God.
Within the
Stupid.
This bit was so fucking stupid.
So good though.
I don't think we've ever... Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
I thought we laughed pretty hard last week at the... I'm trying to align my chakras bit. I need to breathe.
Help. I'm sweating.
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was good.
Oh, shit. I just lifted up my shirt and I got a 6-pack.
Hey, look at you. Laughing.
Wait, you checked it. Do you have a 6-pack too?
Oh, yeah, I got multiple.
I can't.
Oh my God. I've never heard you wheeze. That was incredible.
No one has ever made me laugh this hard.
Help.
Oh, what do we title this episode? The Wheeze.
Oh my goodness. The wheeze. Jesus.
Well, guys, I think that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for listening. This has been episode 2 of the podcast. Wait, hang on. 1 second. Something's happening outside. Hang on. Wait. I'm looking on Twitter right now.
Wait, is that Ash?
That is Ash. Oh my God, I'm going to Twitter. Hang on 1 second.
Oh my God.
#1 trending worldwide. Yellowstone eruption.
Oh my God.
What was it about Hot Topic that just was just like, nope? You said you were only there for 2 hours?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't think the store in general was bad. Like, the people were pretty cool, except like one manager who was just a dick.
Right.
So I really only learned like how to fold clothes that day.
The
So I was
perfect
like,
square
okay.
fold.
Yeah. And bro, I'm so bad at folding clothes, honestly. Like I still can't do it.
I just
kind of hope for the best.
I kind of fold them in a way that it'll still kind of be wrinkle free, but it's kind of just thrown in my dresser.
Yeah, same. I just kind of like just stuff it. I'm like, all right, you're just going there.
How do you guys fold your clothes at home? Send us an email at thedaydreamarcade@gmail.com.
Give us full detail instructions on how you fold your clothes.
Do you iron your clothes? Do you have an ironing board? Do you Fuck, I can't do that bit. I don't know what the fuck there was. I don't know where that was going.
So yeah, I just learned how to fold clothes that day. And so when I left, they were like, okay, we'll give you a call on when you're supposed to come back and like when your shift starts and shit. I was like, okay, cool. Like, just let me know. So I leave. Everything's all Gucci. I think it's like 2 days after that. I'm at a park near my house and I'm with like a group of friends. Like, we're very high because we smoked in said park. Honestly, that park is beautiful. There's like a nature walk that you can go on to.
That's
and it's
awesome.
Just, yeah, and it goes like to the Everglades. So you're not like in like the dangerous part of the Everglades. You're just kind of like on a trail nearby it and you can like see it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty nice. I used to take like pictures and shit over there when I had like a really nice camera.
Nice.
I forgot what it was. I think it was a Nikon.
Ooh.
But yeah, so we're all there at the park. I get a call from the store and they're like, hey, where are you? You're supposed to be here. And I'm like, what? Like, nobody called me.
Oh,
I had no idea when I was supposed to come back. Like, what do you mean? And the guy's like, oh, yeah, like, you're on the schedule. And I was like, huh?
Nobody
like,
told you?
Yeah,
nobody showed you a copy of the schedule?
No, they were just like, we'll give you a call on when you're supposed to come back. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
Well, this is your call.
Literally. And then they're like, yeah, you were supposed to be here like an hour ago. And I was like,
Jesus.
what? Like, are you stupid? Like, what do you mean? So they're like, yeah, can you come in now? And I'm like, I don't have my car. I'm not nearby. Like, I can't come in. And they were like, oh, okay. Then we'll just give you a call on when you're supposed to come back. I was like, okay, bye. So then the next time I was supposed to work, it was actually Black Friday. And so that actually like correlates well to the story. That's funny.
Nice.
So I had gotten into a car accident that day.
Oh no.
Yeah. And so I like was dealing with that, so I never called Hot Topic and like told them, which was my bad because I never called them.
Right.
So they call me and they're like, hey, why aren't you here? And I'm like, listen, I got into an accident. I never called and I'm sorry about that. Like, I don't know what you want to do with that. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll just cover the rest of your shifts. I was like, okay, goodbye.
Oh my God.
I was like, all right, that's fine. Hot Topic.
I haven't gotten fired from a job, but
That is the only time I've gotten fired.
I've definitely fucked over an employer or a possible employer in this situation. When I was about 18 or so, I got a job offer at another place that was similar to the place that I worked, and they were offering probably $3 more an hour, which to me at that point, I'm in college. I need to help pay for it. So literally that was my only reason for wanting this other job. And also the hours were a bit better.
Yeah.
So I went for an interview, went through the process, got my drug test, got my fingerprints. They had to do a background check on me, and they were aware of my situation at the time with college and everything. So
Yeah.
the interview, the guy doing it was just like, are you 100% committed to this decision to move to us? And I told them yes. And then when I told my boss, I should have told him that I was going for an interview before, but I didn't. So I went back to work that day and I told my manager, I was like, hey, can I talk to you? And she pulls me aside. I tell her about the whole entire thing. She was pissed. She was super pissed off at me because the way that she proposed it was that I was giving her an ultimatum and she was not happy, which I can understand. But that then preceded her to try and convince me to stay. She showed me all of these programs and whatnot that the company that was working, like, we were like a part of like this big corporation, right? Very corporate bullshit stuff, which I was too young to really understand at the time.
Yeah.
So she shows me all these things saying, oh, like they can pay for your college. You can move up. You can become a manager and whatnot. So she convinced me, or in other words, manipulated me to stay.
Huh.
And I ended up turning down that other job. And the part that made me feel so scummy about it was when the guy at this other place asked me if I'm 100% committed to working for them. It's because they had to do a background check on me that cost several $100s. They went ahead and did the background check, and then they emailed me and asked me if I can come in and start training. I sent them an email saying that I took another position at my current job and that I will not be going there. And they had already done the background check on me and everything. I was all set to go. And then they emailed me back almost immediately. And I still haven't opened that email. It's still sitting somewhere in my inbox, in my email. I never emailed them back. I got, like, throughout that week, I got, like, 5 calls from this establishment, and I never answered. They left voicemails on my phone. Those have been deleted, but as soon as they would come in, I wouldn't answer. I would send them straight to voicemail, and then I would delete the voicemails. I'm like,
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
That is like the worst thing I've ever done to an employer. Isn't that fucked up?
That's awesome. Did you hear what Kanye West gave Kim, I think for her birthday? It was like a hologram of her father. And he died like years ago.
That's weird.
Yeah, he got her a whole ass hologram of like him just saying shit. And apparently it sounded just like him. And it looked just like he would look like if he was like still alive.
That's weird.
It's so weird. And the dude, he made him say, "You married the smartest man." I was like, bro,
you married
Kanye.
a god.
Like, why?
When my parents die, if somebody bought me a hologram of one of them,
I don't know how I would feel about that. I would feel very uncomfortable.
I would probably kick them in the throat.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of disrespectful in a way.
Let them rest.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need to walk into my house every day and just get greeted by like, "Hi, Darryl."
My dead father.
Dad?
I'm like, what?
I also remember this one recurring dream that I used to have when I was younger. It was kind of like I was awake, staring at my wall. Maybe this is sleep paralysis. I'm not sure, but I used to have. Did you ever watch the Teletubbies?
Yes.
I used to be scared of that vacuum.
Oh no.
I don't know why, but I think it was maybe the.
What was the vacuum's name, dude? Hold on.
I don't know. Hang on. Look up a picture of it. I'm gonna look up a picture of it right now.
I got you. The new.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That kind of, can you imagine like people telling like scary stories? Like you have the Rake. You have Slender Man. And you have the new. Doesn't it fit? It fits. Don't you dare tell me that it doesn't fit. If you were to line those up, if you were to have absolutely no knowledge of, if you were to have no new knowledge.
No new knowledge.
And you were to rack that into creepypasta legends, that would be a thing.
I sent you the new.
Oh my God.
I mean, to be honest, his eyes do be looking kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah. So that's like a brush for his eyebrows. I thought he actually had eyebrows over him.
That's a whole brush.
Yeah. But you know that sound that he makes, that slurping sound?
Yeah.
I used to get triggered by that sound. I wonder if I still play it. Hang on. Let me go look up a YouTube video and let's see. Let's see if the sound still triggers me. If I go dead silent in a second, it's because I'm having a seizure on the floor. Yeah, I'm having a panic attack on the floor. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. It is like the clip I'm watching is like the new is like slurping up a bunch of Teletubby custard really but like they put it together so he's doing it really fast in like a montage and he's moving so fast and it's just like and I'm just like stop.
Oh my god, I need to send you a picture.
Oh god, is it like a creepypasta edit?
No.
What is it? Oh my god!
What the fuck, bro?
No!
Leave Tinky Winky alone.
No! Oh my god! This is a cursed image. This is a fucking cursed image.
Oh.
If I put a filter on the, hang on, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna save this. Can you imagine if this is like, you know how we post pictures of references that we make on social media? What if we just post this on Twitter with no context whatsoever? People are gonna be like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
So, oh my, that was creepy. Your voice just did this weird, like, you know when, like, in a movie when, like, a demon talks or something, their voice kind of goes...
I heard it.
You heard it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're haunted.
I am.
So, in case you guys don't know what we're talking about, I don't know where we're going to put this, if it's going to even go anywhere. But it's a picture of Tinky Winky, basically the new, the vacuum. Its little sucky thing is right on Tinky Winky's dick. Or where his dick would be.
Crotch.
His crotch is just, and there's, the Nunu's eyes are just kind of like swirling. And Tinky Winky looks like he is either having none of it or he is thoroughly enjoying it. I can't tell.
Oh no. I like how this stemmed from crazy dreams.
Yep. I still fucking, so like, okay, so I should probably talk about what the dream is. So the dream would be, I would be facing my wall, and I had this dream consecutively from about the age of maybe 5 to 8, where I would hear the sucking sounds come from downstairs and hear it moving upstairs to my room, where it would then like basically come into my room and just use its sucky thing to just suck me into it. But it felt like I was awake every time. And I had that series of dreams. Some people are listening to this right now and like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What is happening right now?
That's basically the nightmare. The continuous nightmare that I had as a kid. It's kind of stupid, but you know.
No, I'd be like that. I've had sleep paralysis. Paralysis once.
What was that like?
So I was like half asleep, half awake, and I was laying on my back, and that's usually when sleep paralysis happens. And like ever since that day, I don't sleep on my back whatsoever because I don't want it to happen again. So I was laying on my back, and I was like looking up at the ceiling, and all of a sudden I saw like this like dark shadow like go across like the ceiling.
Oh god.
And I couldn't move, and my eyes started like fluttering as if like I looked like I was literally having a seizure, and I just couldn't move, and it felt like so long. And then I heard like a whisper somewhere in my room, but I couldn't tell from where. And like after that I eventually woke up and like I could move again, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And I told my grandma, and she's pretty religious, so she like said like a little prayer, and then she got white flowers, and I don't remember what else, but it was like some liquid with white flowers, and I had to go into the shower and like get that bucket and like pour it all over me, because that apparently like cleanses any like negative energy that's like trying to hurt you or like trying to do whatever to you. And after that, like I didn't have that experience again. And my grandma was like, yeah, you're cured now. And I was
You're
like,
cured
okay.
by the power of the Lord.
The Lord.
The Lord.
Oh yeah, it hasn't happened since, so thank you, white flowers.
There was a time, though, when, I don't know if I told you about this, but I thought that my house might be haunted or that somebody might be living in my house with me.
I like vaguely remember you saying something about that.
So a lot of my forks went missing.
Okay.
And I don't know why I thought of this, but I remember, I don't know if you ever saw that video of that man who had somebody like living in his house with him.
And he like came down from like the attic.
Yep.
And he would like steal food in the middle of the night and shit.
Yep.
Oh god, that was terrifying.
And I remember I first, my mind went to that and I was like, fuck, what if there is somebody? Because it's like, I'm not always home. So,
do you have an attic?
No, I don't think so. But I have a basement.
What?
I have a basement that is on my floor. That the only door to the basement is in my actual apartment. Like I have a closet, and then right next to it is a door that leads down into the basement.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Although I always leave that door locked.
I mean, I would too. I'd be like, no, that is a no-go.
There have been times where I've been laying in bed and I'll hear footsteps in my apartment, but I think it's just the cats that are upstairs.
Okay.
But it was very unnerving to realize that some of my silverware went missing. Don't know why forks in particular, but
Need some forks, fam.
needs them forks to eat the bugs that are downstairs. Can you imagine?
Dude.
I come home one night and there's just this pale old man, this hermit that I've never seen before, just in my apartment.
Dude, just taking your forks.
This dude's never seen sunlight for the last 20 years. Like, what the fuck do you do in that situation? Do you run?
Just walk out. I'd be like, okay, this is your apartment now.
Or, like, do you ask him, do you try and strike up a conversation with him? Be like, hey, why haven't you revealed yourself?
Hey, how long you been here?
Like, if you need, I can point you in the direction of a hotel or something. Just get out of my apartment. I pay rent here. I keep the lights on around here. What do? You just steal my forks, motherfucker.
You just steal my forks.
Fucking asshole.
Oh my god. Sorry for my honk laugh.
No, it's okay. Okay, so there's this website that I got whispered on Twitch. Thank you, Joshi, for sending me this. It is not a Pornhub link, but I don't understand. The cube rule of food for identifying dishes based on starch locations. First cube is toast, sandwich, taco, sushi, soup/salad with bread bowl, calzone. Please don't tell me. Okay, gonna keep on reading here. Identify any food purely by the location of structural starch. 1. Toast. Popular examples. Pizza.
Pizza's toast? No.
Is this nigiri sushi? Is that how you pronounce it? Nigiri?
I think nigiri.
Nigiri sushi. How does that constitute as toast? And pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. In the toast.
I'm gonna lose it the more we go through this goddamn website.
Okay, so on the sidebar, do you see how small that scrolling bar is? We got a long way to go. Sandwich, popular examples.
Ew.
Quesadilla, non-folded. That looks like it's folded to me. But anyway, toast, made and photographed by me, Ryan. It was okay.
That looks awful.
Victoria sponge cake. I was trying to figure out what that is sandwiched between there. If that's like really old sausage or just
I don't know, but it looks
it's
so
another
gross.
piece of bread. It's just another piece of toast. It's 3 pieces of toast stacked on one another.
Oh.
Yeah. And then we have Victoria sponge cake. Why are these popular examples for sandwiches?
They're not.
This is a troll
Quesadilla
website. This
isn't a
isn't real.
sandwich.
This isn't real. This is not happening. A taco. So this is okay. So the cube is used from my understanding, the cube here is used to identify
Where like
where
the bread is.
Yeah. Okay,
Quote,
so
unquote.
taco, popular examples. I love how there's not a taco in here for the example. The examples are hot dog, sub sandwich,
Literally.
uncut, and a slice of pie. Taco on its side. What the fuck are you talking about?
This makes no fucking sense. Whoever made this goddamn website, you have negative brain cells.
You must be put to death. I'm sorry if
By
that sounds
lethal
harsh,
injection.
but I will lethal injection while simultaneously being
Shot in the face.
shot in the face, electric chair, firing squad, Chinese water torture, all of the above. Whoever came up with this idea and whoever agrees with it needs to burn in hell for all of eternity. You know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
I can't.
I'm done with this.
I can't.
And now we are
I can't.
okay. So now we are uncubed.
Hold
We are
on.
uncubed.
Hold on.
We're in-
Hold on. Hold on. Go.
I'm gonna let you take this one.
Oh my fucking god. How? Okay, so these are popular examples of quote unquote salads: a steak, mashed potatoes, and spaghetti. That makes no fucking sense. How the fuck is a steak a salad?
Because there's no box around. There's no more walls of the cube, Brianna. There's no more walls.
Salads mean things mixed together.
But without the walls that constitutes as a salad, I can't argue with the cube rule. Can't argue with it. Can't argue with logic. You know, it's on the internet.
I'm getting angry. So Daryl,
Yes.
last week we did a new little segment called "How Many Brain Cells Do You Have?"
Oh, we did indeed. And we found out who has the least amount.
It's your girl. So, to my understanding, we decided on punishments for the losers. And I've heard you have a little punishment for me.
I do. It's not little.
Oh, buddy.
It is
what
not
is
little. Okay, so do you want the good news or bad news? I mean, I feel like there's no good news, but
I feel like it's just all bad news.
okay. I was just gonna start to tease you on it, but I'm just gonna give it straightforward. All right. So my punishment for you is, and I'm 100% legit serious about this.
Okay.
You must make a farmers only account. And you must talk to at least one person. And it must be like a very genuine thing, and then you must ghost their ass when you feel the need to dip.
Oh my god.
So in case you guys are unaware of what farmersonly.com is, it is a dating website for, you guessed it, farmers.
Oh
And
my god. I have to find my own Cletus. Recently, I've purchased some little goodies that I told you about the other day.
oh yes.
Little gummy bears that make you feel good. So my question to you is, I guess, what is your best experience with edibles?
Well, let's see. I've definitely had some great experiences on edibles. I don't necessarily would say I've had bad experiences on edibles, but I've definitely been too high in the wrong place. Well, on edibles, let's see. When we were at PAX this year, PAX East, there's a dispensary in Lee, Massachusetts called Canna Provisions, and we ended up stopping there on the way to Boston, and I picked up quite a few edibles while I was there, and it was, number one, that place is really, really good. Everyone that works there is really, really nice and sweet, but God, it's so expensive.
Oh, I bet.
It's so expensive there. I bought like a chocolate peanut butter bar with little pretzels inside of it. It was so good, but it was $35 or something for a bar, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So,
Do you know how many milligrams it had?
I think maybe 500 in one bar. And I think I remember two of my friends drove from Bend, Oregon to Seattle for PAX West in 2018. And there were dispensaries in the city, in Seattle, and a couple of us ended up walking down there, and that was my first time being in a dispensary, and it was so nice. The worker that came up to me, she was like, welcome. She looked at my ID and she was like, oh, you're from New York. What brings you here? And I told her about that, where I was here for the convention. She's like, oh yeah, it's popular this time of year. A lot of people from the convention come down here, and for a lot of them, it's their first time being in a dispensary. And I was like, yeah, it's my first time being here too. And she kind of just guided me through, and I was like, just whatever you would recommend. And she recommended this orange cream soda.
Ooh.
And I forget how much it was, but I ended up splitting it between two of my other friends that came to visit me, and we ended up splitting the soda 3 ways. It was kind of like, instead of puff puff pass, it was like sip sip pass. So
that's funny.
We divvied it out so that we would each get an individual. We would all get the same dosage, which rounded out to be maybe 65 milligrams per person. 65 milligrams is a lot.
It's decent.
For one person, I would say. I remember going back into the hotel room. I also bought some pre-rolls, and I was like, okay. I told Norm was rooming with me. I was like, all right, Norm, I just came back. I had some of the soda in the parking lot, and I was like, okay, in a couple minutes, we'll go out and smoke this. I went to lay down, and we had like Family Guy on the TV or something, and I never got out of that bed to smoke that joint. I was gone. I laid in that bed, and I became the bed.
That's amazing.
I do remember going to the PAX floor in Boston. It was one of the first days that we were there. I went down to the show floor, and I had a little bit of that peanut butter bar, and it hit me in all of the wrong places.
Oof.
And my anxiety started shooting out everywhere,
no.
and I had to leave because there was just there was just so many people around me. And
yeah, I totally feel that.
During that time, it was in March, and that was right around the time COVID started there were cases in the US.
Yeah.
And I remember
there was like a few cases in Boston too.
Yeah. And I remember having an anxiety attack that was definitely onset from the edibles that I had taken. And
yeah.
I started thinking, I was like looking around, seeing all these people, and I was like, man, are we causing something right now for all of us being here? Are we going to be the reason why? Like, I'm picturing Boston being on this complete shutdown where nobody is allowed out, and there's like the military is patrolling the streets and stuff like that.
Holy
and there's
shit.
checkpoints everywhere in the city. And I'm like,
fucking The Division in real life.
yeah. And I'm starting to think to myself, is this a catalyst? Is this going to be a catalyst for something further down the line? Like, are we foreshadowing the end of time, the end of days here? And I just had such a bad time. I had to leave the convention center. It was just not a good day.
Yeah, it's crazy how like we went to PAX like right before it started getting really bad, like the whole COVID shit. Honestly, we were really lucky that we were able to do that, travel with no problem. Like, there weren't any like travel restrictions, or we weren't like supposed to like stuck there or anything.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Absolutely. But those are two examples of a good time on edibles and a bad time on edibles. So
Nice.
So I know you particularly when you take edibles personally, sometimes they don't really affect you, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk about that?
Sure. So when I was in like high school, I had a friend who she wanted to like study cannabis and like work, like open her own dispensary, and like just she really loved like the science behind it.
A very noble profession in the 21st century.
Yeah. So she actually moved to California. So I wonder if she's doing anything with that. I hope she's doing well. But she would make edibles. Like, she would make like the butter. Like, she would do like a whole bunch of shit, and she would make these really good edibles. Like, she would make like cookies, like Rice Krispies, like a whole bunch of shit, and like every single person would get fucked up off of them, and like I would eat like 2 or 3 of them, and I'm like, this isn't working. Like, what's happening here? So like every single time I would have any kind of edible, it wouldn't work. And then we went to Boston, like we went to PAX. A friend of ours had like these little, like, they were like these like little like candy jewels or whatever. And they had like, I want to say like 5 to 10 milligrams in each of them. And they were like watermelon. So he gave us like our own like little box of them because he was leaving that day and he couldn't bring them back with him. Mm-hmm. So he was like, no, yeah, you guys can have these. Like, I'm not going to have them. Like, I can't bring them. So like, go crazy. And we were like, fuck yeah. Like, so I remember it was the day you guys left. So like when we had like breakfast that last day.
Yeah. That was a sad day.
Yeah. And it was so sad. After you guys had left and like, I think he left too, like shortly after that, I had like 3 of them. So I took them and then we had to go back to the hotel because I forgot my my PAX badge.
Oh, okay.
So we had to go get that to go to the convention. So we were chilling. We were all going. It was me, Kat, and Clarissa. We all took like our own little ones. So then we go back to the hotel, we get the badge, and then we go to the convention. And it hits when I'm at the convention. And like for the first time, an edible has actually worked. And so I'm standing there and I'm like looking around and everything's kind of moving in like slow motion.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm looking around and then I look at Kat and I'm like, oh.
Oh no.
And she looks at me with like the same kind of face because it hit her too. And we were like, oh. Just like struggling a little bit.
All right, so I did something stupid yesterday.
What did you do?
So I went grocery shopping and I realized that I was on my last roll of toilet paper. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to get some more toilet paper because pretty soon we're going back into lockdown here in New York.
Yeah.
At least I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that people are going to be stocking up on toilet paper, even though they say customers are allowed 1 pack
Yeah.
per checkout. I got a nice solid 18-pack roll of really soft toilet paper, the Charmin Ultra brand.
Ooh, we stand Charmin.
Yes, Charmin, if you want to sponsor this podcast, we're looking for sponsors. We're looking for sponsors, baby.
Hell yeah, baby. I wipe my ass with you all the time.
Absolutely. When people ask me what I clean my asshole with, I'm like, the Bear brand. So anyway, I get all my groceries, I put my toilet paper on the bottom of the cart, and I go out and I put everything in the car, put the shopping cart away. I forgot to take the toilet paper out from under the cart. I got home, and the one thing that made me realize that I had left the toilet paper under the shopping cart in the parking lot was because I was also looking for wipes because, you know, I personally think that everybody should also, after they wipe their ass with toilet paper, should be extra thorough and go through with a wet wipe or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So I was walking down and they didn't really have regular wipes, but they did have this brand called Dude Wipes. And I was standing there, I'm like,
God damn it.
Do I grab this?
Hey, can I get a pack of Dude Wipes? Thanks.
Do I grab this extremely bro-ish kind of brand of wet wipes? Or do I just say, fuck it?
I can't get over Dude Wipes, bro.
Dude Wipes.
Fellas, is it gay to use wipes?
It's, oh my god, let me go get the bag. Did you hear that bang on the wall?
I did. What was that?
That was me. I was banging from the bathroom next door to the stream
fuck?
room. So I was hoping it would pick up on the mic.
It did. It was like...
I didn't. Was it like loud?
No, not that loud. It was just like in the distance.
Subtle? Okay.
Yeah. Dude Wipes.
Dude wipes.
They look exactly how I thought they would.
Really?
Yeah.
If I knew you were going to say that, I was about to ask, okay, what do you think this package looks like?
I was like, it's gonna be all black. The dude is gonna be in some weird font. Like,
Fragrance free with vitamin E and aloe.
oh, at least you got some aloe.
Yeah, for when you poop too hard that your ass starts bleeding.
You need that cover.
Okay, so there's a thing on the back of the package, and it says, directions, grab one and wipe, dude. Assembled in USA. Assembled in USA.
Bro, I hate it.
It says right here, back in the day, we founded dude products out of our apartment in Chicago. Whether it was some unexpected physical activity or the aftermath of the lunchtime burrito, we realized we are destined to smell. Something needed to be done. So on behalf of Dude Kind, we created Dude Wipes to combat stank and put you back on your game wherever or whenever nature calls.
So, do regular wipes not do that?
I guess not.
They were like, you know what? We need some wipes for us dude bros.
This is not for women. If you
No.
use this on your vagina, you will get a UTI.
You will grow a penis. That's awesome.
Warning, to avoid danger of suffocation, keep this bag away from babies and children.
They're not dudes.
They're not dudes. They're children.
Yep. Not dudes.
They will die if they consume this product. We have an update on the trivia segment. I know last week I said that we didn't do it,
Yeah.
and I know that we announced the punishment for you. However, we did run into a little bit of a snag.
Little bit
Brianna,
of
would
a
you
snag.
would you care to explain the whole entire situation?
Yeah. So I made my profile for Farmers Only, and I like set it all up, put a picture, made my little biography. Let me tell you, my profile, 10 out of 10. I loved it.
It was one for the record books. It's such a good one. I can't wait to hear you say what it was.
So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Farmers Only website. This was my first time ever going on it. So I made the thing, and it tells you for your profile to put like a title, and then your biography, and then like your height, your weight, like what you're into, all that fun stuff. So for my title, I put yeehaw. Just nice and simple, straight to the point. And then for my bio, I put just a good Christian gal looking for her cowboy.
But the thing is that you can't read any of the messages unless you pay
No.
to read them, which
Yeah.
I think is absolute bullshit.
Dude, literally, it said like I had like 2 messages, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, content. So I went to it, and then I clicked on the inbox, and it was like, oh, if you want to read your messages, you have to pay $20-something a month to use it. And I'm like, huh?
Which is honestly the dumbest idea. I mean, it's like I get that they have to earn money somehow,
But like,
and
even with like Tinder and like OkCupid and like Bumble and all that, like they're pretty well known shits, and they're free
yeah,
to
I mean,
use.
they
Like,
give you,
yeah, you have like premium features that you can pay for,
yeah.
but like,
And I've paid for a premium feature on Tinder before,
you know,
back in the day. But like you said, when I admitted that to you, you were like, "We all make mistakes."
yeah, like the famous words of Hannah Montana: "Everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody has those
days."
Everybody knows what
I'm talking about.
everybody gets that way. Why do I know that?
How do you not know that? Like, it's Hannah Montana.
I have 2 sisters, so that's how I know.
That's true. Honestly, I watched Hannah Montana all the time when it was on Disney Channel.
What is the highest score you can get in 10-pin bowling? You said 12. 10-pin bowling, mean like regular bowling. I even rephrased it and said in regular bowling, and you still said 12. The answer is 300, Brianna.
Okay.
Number 5. What is a female flower's reproductive organ called? You ran out of time.
The vulva.
It is. No, the answer is the clitoris. No, it is. Have your parents ever caught you watching porn? Or have found
Yes.
porn on your computer?
Yes, they have caught me.
Is that a podcast worthy story, or is it like too...
I was, I don't even know how old I was, but I was like pretty small. It was kind of weird. But it was like when porn was on TV and like
HBO?
Like there were some like channels that were specifically about porn.
Okay.
Yeah. So for some reason we had them. Now that wasn't my damn fault. But I was flipping through and then I found it. I literally remember it too. Like, oh my God, it was so bad. It was on my TV too.
Oh,
and my
man.
parents walk in and they're like, what the fuck are you watching? And I was like, huh?
Was it like a TV in your room, or like a living?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was my TV in my room. But like, my dumb ass, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna watch it on TV. It's fine. And then they come in, and my TV is the first thing they see.
Oh, Jesus.
And they're like, bro, hello?
Was it like during something like really raunchy? It's okay if you don't remember.
No, I remember vividly.
It's like moments like that, like getting caught, like smoking weed and like getting caught watching porn are like, those moments will stand out.
You just remember.
Yeah.
You just remember. Yeah, like, so, all right, I'm gonna just say it. So, I don't remember how it got there, but it was like a bunch of dildos on the floor.
Oh.
And then this girl would go on them and sit on them. And that was it. But it showed everything. So they walked in on that and they were like, huh? And I was like, huh?
As a parent, I can't imagine what the feeling must be to have that happen to you.
I don't know. I just know as a child having that happen to me, it was traumatic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I imagine it was equally as traumatic.
Probably, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Oh, she's remembering things.
Because it recently happened.
Oh God.
But it wasn't.
Spill the tea.
Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna say it. Kat, I'm so sorry if you're listening to this. I love you. I'm just spilling our tea. So,
She probably clicked off of it by now.
yeah, I know. So, I went out of town for my best friend's birthday, like not last month. And so, my dad cleaned my closet while I was gone. Like because I had a whole bunch of shit in there. He wanted to like clear shit out. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But I forgot I had something in there. So he goes through my closet and he cleans it. And then he finds this black bag, the box in it. And it's 100% and they, oh God. And they like look at it and he calls my mom over and she just starts busting out laughing. Like she is like losing her shit. And my dad is like, what the fuck is this? Why does she have this? Like, and my mom is losing it. And she's like, what the hell do you think our daughter is going to be doing with that? Like, she is 20 something. Like, what do you expect? And I'm like,
my
oh
God.
no.
I love how your mom is just like totally cool with it.
Dude, I adore my mom. She is so fucking funny. She's literally like my best friend. Like,
It's so funny.
dude, oh my God, that was so fucking funny. But my dad's like now traumatized and he can't look at me the same.
My little girl.
Yeah, because he came in to my room. He's like, I don't even want to look at you right now.
He said that?
Dude, I remember this one time where I still believed in Santa. We were in this one house and I don't know why they decided to torture me, but my grandma woke me up and she was like, hey, Santa took all your presents. And I was like, what do you mean? they took all my presents. And I got up and I went down to like the Christmas tree and everything was like clear. Like nothing was there. I was like,
oh my
what
God.
happened? Like, what do you mean? And I heard like someone knock on the door and I was like, and my grandma opened it and it was my dad. And he was like, hey, where'd your presents go? And I was like, what do you mean?
Oh my God.
And then like behind him was like a bag filled with presents. He's like, oh, I found them. And I was like,
That's so mean. I feel like did you cry?
yes, I did. I was so upset.
What is like the typical age, do you think, for kids to find out that Santa isn't real?
Well, apparently my mom figured out that Santa wasn't real in kindergarten because her teacher spoiled it.
What?
Yeah.
Your teachers at that age are the ones that are supposed to help keep the spirit of Santa Claus alive. What did she do? Do you even remember?
I want to say she said like, oh, you know Santa's not real, right? Like, or some stupid shit, yeah.
Not even beating around the bush with it. Just
like, she was
straight up
just straight
saying
up with
Santa
it.
isn't real.
Yep.
What kind of a person would do that to a child that young? Someone who obviously has no joy in their life whatsoever.
Yeah, it is fucked up. Like, no offense, but she did go to a Catholic school, so.
Santa isn't real, but you know who is?
Jesus.
That reminds me of one time when somebody told. So there was when I went to Catholic school in high school, there was only one nun left that taught, and there was one kid in my class. I believe it was my freshman year in high school, and he straight up just said, "You know, Jesus wasn't white, right?" And this woman just had this just. Her soul like left her body.
She just had a conniption about that.
Right now, streaming is just in a very weird.
It is.
It's in a very weird time between the DMCA stuff and just, still trying
all of
to.
the stupid shit that Twitch is banning now, like all of the words that they're banning, but yet they still allow very derogatory words and racist words and just disgusting words. But you can't say simp, you can't say incel, and you can't say virgin.
All the virgins in chat are gonna start an uproar.
Like, dude,
if you were to call your chat virgins.
like, it's clearly a joke. Like, what kind of person uses virgin as an insult now? Like, what year are we in? It's just a bunch of people that I feel like it mainly started when men would be nice to women or like show support for women. And then a bunch of stupid little boys would be like, oh, you're a simp. You're simping for her. Oh. I never understood why a male supporting a woman or just being, I don't know, nice to a woman is considered a simp and considered a bad thing. If we're going by that logic, Darryl, you're a simp. Because you're working with a woman.
I guess working with a woman makes me a simp.
Yeah. Imagine thinking of a woman as an equal. Simp mentality.
This podcast, shouldn't be a thing.
Nope.
Maybe I should get a male co-host and send you packing.
Yep.
Right back into the kitchen. Boom.
I don't get people.
She laughed at that joke, guys, which means that it's okay to say.
God, guys, we'll go back in the kitchen. Just kidding.
Welcome back to the kitchen cooking show. I am woman.
I am woman. Okay, keep going with your story. I have to poop real fast. I'll be back.
Okay, I was about to say I have to poop as well.
We can poop together.
Let's poop together. Yeah, okay. Where did there arise such a clatter?
What?
Where did there arise such a clatter?
What the fuck does that mean?
It's like from a song. You have 5 seconds. Where did there arise such a clatter? It's a location.
Bells.
What?
Jingle bells.
Okay. All right, so now, everybody, it is time for the moment that you have been waiting for. It is December 25th. It is Christmas, and I believe Santa is still giving presents to all the good children all across the world as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should try this spell out and see if we can summon Santa Claus.
My God, I've been so excited for this since we announced it. Oh
I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work because I don't really believe in spells and witchcraft and all that tomfoolery, but we're going to try it right now.
You just got to believe. The more belief and the more belief that you put in it.
Just an extra helping
belief.
of belief, I guess that'll help.
You just got to believe, Darryl. Believe.
I really want to. I really, really want to.
We got this.
But I'm just thinking, what if this doesn't work? What if people have just been anticipating the arrival of this being, this mystical being that we grew up believing in? What if it turns out? I want to be optimistic. I really want this to turn out well, but what if it doesn't work?
I think we can do it. I truly think we can do it.
Millions of people listen to this podcast week in and week out. I don't want to disappoint the millions.
I know. It's for the fans.
All right.
Okay. You ready?
Well, yeah. All right. We have all the ingredients laid out on the floor here, everybody. And hopefully everything will work out.
Okay.
All right. If you will, young Brianna, the Gregorian chant.
Wow.
A little more oomph into it. A little more oomph, a little more bass. Harder. Wait, do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you hear sleigh bells? Keep going. I think it's working. Here, maybe if I join in. Here we go. Ready?
Okay. Jesus God! Oh God!
Where am I?
I can't believe this worked.
You're in the Daydream arcade, Santa. My name's Darryl. I'm a big fan.
Brianna. Oh my God.
Oh, young Darryl and young Brianna. I know much about you two. You'll have to excuse old Santa. He's had a little much of the golden eggnog this year.
I mean, we can't really just ignore the fact that you just crashed into our roof.
We just got that fixed. But it's
no disrespect. Yeah, no disrespect to you, Santa. Mr. Claus. I don't know if you want Mr. Claus, Santa, but you can't.
Oh, Darryl. Old Santa Claus. You don't need to be polite with him. Just call him Old Santa.
Okay.
Old Santa, what the fuck? You can't just come crashing into our roof.
What happened to the whole chimney shit? Like, what?
Oh,
we have a chimney in the back.
I am so sorry, young Darryl, young Brianna. I usually am 100% accurate on my chimneys, but when anybody calls my name and does the chant, usually I have to make adjustments in flying right into the chimney. But of course, with the...
Well, you were kind of a mile off, Santa.
Little bit.
You just crashed into the front room. The chimney is in the back of the fucking building.
Don't you worry, young Darryl. Old Santa can fix this roof with a little bit of magic and the help from his reindeer. But first I must finish this 30th glass of golden eggnog.
Don't you think you should? I don't think you should be going around the world delivering presents to children while you're drunk, Santa.
How do you think I get around the world so fast there, young Darryl? The eggnog keeps me going.
Hey, Darryl, I think Santa's a little fucked up.
I think he's a little fucked up too. I mean, the way he kind of climbed out of the sleigh,
he was like hobbling out of there.
Yeah, I don't think he's okay. He said he was on his 30th glass.
Should we call an elf or something?
Call an elf? How the fuck would you call an elf?
I don't know. Maybe it's the same fucking chant as we did for Santa.
I don't
Another
think so.
glass, please.
Santa, maybe you should sit down.
yeah.
Maybe come sit down over here.
Yeah,
Maybe.
come.
Oh no, Donner has to get my 31st glass.
Jesus
Oh, God.
Christ.
Santa.
He just fucking face planted into the fucking floor. Brianna, he just cracked the tile on the floor.
My God, Percy breaks our fucking roof. Now he cracks the tile.
That's like solid tile.
Oh my God.
All right, well, we can't just leave him here.
Yeah,
People are gonna come looking for him. Are there like authorities that look for Santa?
I don't
If he
know if
goes
there's
missing?
a Santa police. Like, what?
I mean, I'm assuming he has more presents to deliver.
Do you think he's being tracked?
I don't know, but we need to make sure.
Yeah.
I think. I don't want to say that I have to do this, but I think we might have to, number one, check his body for a tracker, and if it's not on him, what if it's inside of him?
Oh. I don't know.
We might have to cut Santa up into little pieces.
My God.
Let me make sure. We just gotta make sure that he's out. All
Okay,
right.
okay.
Hang on. Psst. Santa. I think he's out. Jesus fucking
Oh my
Christ!
God. Oh my God.
Thank God I had this hammer in my back
I
pocket.
think we just killed Santa.
Well, I'm not gonna bring this to the closet alone, so sir, help me.
Okay, let's go.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ow, my back!
Oh, God. You just dropped him on me.
God damn it! Ah! Fuck. Okay. I think I can get up. Hang on. Let me just.
Okay. Oh my God. Please stop dropping him on me.
Fuck. He weighs like a planet.
Oh. God, he needs to lay off the fucking cookies.
Oh my fucking God. Also, the fact that he has 31 glasses of eggnog doesn't help either.
No. He's so
Okay.
large.
Okay. Brianna, I need you to reach into my pocket. I need you to slide over here. I need you to pull out my phone.
Okay.
I need you to call. Fuck, who do we call?
I think we should just put him in the closet.
How?
Just
I
push
think
him.
I think I broke my back.
Okay, do we have like those hand trucks?
Hand truck? I don't know. Can you stand up?
Yeah. Let me just push him off me. Ugh.
Okay, go get the hand truck real quick.
Okay. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, here.
All right, put me on first. Slide in.
Okay. Here.
Okay.
Are you good?
Okay, now Santa.
Okay. All right.
You can do it. It's like a mother picking up a car to save a baby underneath.
Oh my God.
All right, go. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Bad idea. Take him off. Take him off. Take him off. Fuck, are those the cops?
I don't know.
God damn it. I think those are the cops. Okay. We need to do next. This is very important. Whatever you do, do not stop recording.
Happy New Year.
We didn't have the same cadence.
No. So you wanted to do the fast one? Happy New Year.
I guess.
It was so different. Hey hoes.
Happy New Year. With the new year coming in pretty hard, we just wanted to do a little. Fuck. I should have written something down. So, Brianna, what was your favorite moment this year? Or last. Fuck. This podcast episode is just going to show some off This episode's gonna. Fuck! I can't talk.